Lord, these teeth gotta come out of my head. Like the old folks used to say. They didn't used to say, I gotta get these teeth out of my mouth. They said these teeth gotta come out of my head. I gotta get this thing out of my head quick. But anyway, that brings me to my point this morning. My bad. Good morning, y'all. This one right here is for the youngsters and even the old heads that still take care of your mouth, man. Take care of your dental hygiene. Not only brushing and flossing, but that's important too. But go to the dentist. And I get it, man. The dentist is the highest thing you go do. I mean, you get insurance, and even with insurance, it's high as hell. But it's important. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, my teeth are um, a lot of it for me is vanity. I'm not gonna lie because it comes from my insecurities. But my whole life, that's what people has always known me for or complimented me on or something like that. So that was something that I took real personal. That I was always overweight and not always the most popular person, but everybody always complimented me on my smile. And I did those things. I brushed 2 times a day and all of that. And my smile really is hereditary because my dad, he had a great smile, whatever. But getting back to the dental thing, it's like I realized, and I learned this some years back, but I realized that not only is it important for appearance, you know, it's important for your health too, because dental issues, gum issues and dental issues can cause heart disease. I've never dug into it to really see how that works, but I've heard that before, and I'll probably do some research on it because that's who I am. When I want to know something, I just go look it up. But anyway, um, um, again, man, go to the dentist. Get your mouth fixed. Do whatever you need to do. It's expensive. I know that. I get that. But if you can get some kind of insurance or some kind of help or some kind of something, there's all kind of stuff out there now that you don't have to be on a job to get in dental insurance. Because before I got my job where I am now, my wife found this plan that you could pay, you know, a few dollars a month, 20 or 30 bucks a month or whatever it was, but it's a plan, and it helps, and just take care of your mouth. Not like I say, for me, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it came from vanity, until I started hearing about the heart disease aspect of it, and not to knock anybody or cap on anybody that has dentures. I never really wanted to do that, but it looked like eventually I might be in that number. You know what I'm saying? And I just got to deal with it. It's one of the hardest things I'm gonna have to do. I can tell you that right now. But it is what it is. If I got to do it, I got to do it to be healthy and get myself right. But the thing of it is that's why we lose teeth, and that's why you see people that's older and even some young people that's got a bunch of teeth missing out of their mouth, and you ask yourself the question, why they didn't take care of that, or why. One reason why they didn't take care of it is because they didn't catch it in time, and the other reason why is because it's so damn expensive. Oh, and I mentioned about not wanting to get dentures, and I mentioned about saying stuff about excuse me, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, but dentures high as hell. I talk to them about getting my tooth fixed or getting a plate just for that one tooth, and just for they call it a partial, but just for that one tooth, it'll cost me, and this is with insurance, it'll cost me out of my pocket, I think, $950 or something. That's just for one tooth. I guess the whole thing is, if I had a whole top partial, it'll still be the same amount. But I can't just get a partial with that one tooth for cheap, you know, for the low. I gotta go and pay $950 to get a partial plate, which is a denture plate, to fix that one tooth. And with that, you know what I'm saying? That shit is expensive, and that's with insurance, because the insurance gonna cover most of it, or some of it, or half, or whatever it covers. But I still gotta come out of my pocket with $950. I ain't got no $950 to get no one tooth. I mean, I'm just being real about it, you know. So take care of it earlier, and it won't cost you in the long run. It's not just about vanity. Again, it's not just about vanity. It's about, you know, gum health, you know, and bone health, and all of that stuff like that. I mean, because I'm going to do what I got to do. If I got to get them, I got to get them. But my point is, I don't want them, and that's not a knock on people that's got them. That's not a cap on people that's got them. It is what it is. But if you got missing teeth, or, you know, whether it's in the front or the back, it's hard to chew with, you know, which means you don't chew and digest your food properly. It also means you're always biting your jaws and all that kind of shit like that. It's crazy. It's a mess. So all I'm saying is, so you don't have to go through all of that, just do some preventative maintenance. Figure out a way to do it and get it done. But again, like I said, this post is really for the youngsters that still have a chance, you know, because a lot of times we'll have gum diseases and not even know it, or we'll have, you know, different things like that and we don't even know it, and that's how we lose our teeth. It's not that, oh, they just didn't brush their teeth, or they didn't floss, or they didn't do this. It's more to it than just brushing and flossing, because like I said before, I did that. I've done that my whole life. I didn't go to the dentist a lot, which is what I should have done, because then I would have known some of the things that I may not know, and I still don't know. I still have to go and find out what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But again, just go to the dentist, man. Make sure your dental hygiene is good, not just brushing and flossing, but go regularly to the dentist and get your mouth checked. Make sure they check your gums, make sure they do all of that, because there's all kind of process that you can do to prevent, like preventative maintenance. It's just like having a car, you know, if you take care of that car, it's going to take care of you. And so it's the same thing with your body, the same thing with your teeth and your mouth and all of that kind of stuff, your gums. You have to prevent certain things from happening, you know. And as we get older, we lose bone structure, which is how people lose a lot of teeth as well, you know, because your teeth they're in your gums, but they're also in your head. They're in your bone structure, and you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm not a professional on all of this stuff, or I don't know all of these things, but I'm just saying, because that's something that I'm going through right now that I wish that I had taken care of earlier in life. And I didn't have the money. That was my whole thing too. So I know where you guys may be. It's like, man, that shit is expensive. I don't have that kind of money. I gotta pay rent. I gotta eat. I gotta do X, Y, and Z. And I understand. Trust me, I understand 100%, because at the same time, I was there. I can't afford no dentist. I can't afford this. And now look where I'm at. I gotta, you know, and you know people that some things are hereditary. You know, some things are hereditary and some things can be prevented. And even some of the hereditary stuff can be prevented. You know what I'm saying? Because people always say, well, my so-and-so had diabetes, so I know I'm going to get it. My dad and my mama had high blood pressure. No, that's not always the truth. Sometimes that's the truth in some cases, But it can be prevented. Stop eating all that damn salt. Stop eating all that pork. Stop eating what you need to stop eating to not get it. So that's my point in saying that everything is not, I mean, some things are prevented and everything is not just hereditary, you know. But not to get off the subject, like I said again, the main focus of this post is to tell you guys to find some kind of way, find some kind of program, some kind of something that you can get your mouth checked regularly, because it's not all just about you don't want to lose your teeth and you don't want to have dentures and you don't want to be bald mouthed and you don't want to, you know, all the stories you hear. You know what I'm saying? But it's more so about your health, because like I said earlier, dental hygiene, poor dental hygiene can cause heart disease. You know, I don't know how they're related, but at the same time, I've heard that, and I'm gonna dig into it some more and do some research on it. And when I find out, maybe I'll do another post and let you guys know how they're related. But just know that they are related, and just know how important it is. It's not always just about vanity and always wanting to have a beautiful smile, which is a good thing too. But you know, it's more important that you're healthy and that your poor hygiene don't turn into heart disease or heart problems or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So again, and I'm gonna keep pounding it in your head. I know I'm saying it over and over again, and I'm being redundant, but get your mouth checked regular, man. Take care of your mouth. You know, not only your teeth but your gums, and get cleanings and get whatever you need to get, because there's all kind of preventative maintenance that you can do where you won't lose your teeth. And even if you do, your gums will still be healthy and your bone will still be healthy. But what happens is your gums start to deteriorate around your teeth, and then your bones start to deteriorate, and that's naturally they'll fall out because they don't have anything to hold on to. And some people say, well, I'll just go get implant. Sometimes you can't get an implant, and I know that personally because I've asked them about an implant for the tooth that I lost. I can't even get an implant because of my gums deteriorate, and because they don't have anything. The bone is deteriorated, so they don't even have anything to implant. So therefore, I'll have to get dentures to fix that. And most of the back teeth in my mouth are already gone. I got to get a couple more of them. And I'm just being transparent. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. And I hate it for vanity reason. I'm not going to even lie and be all high and mighty and this, that, and other. My particular situation I hate because I don't want to lose all of my teeth. I don't want to get dentures. I don't want to not have teeth in my mouth, because that's what I've been known for all of my life, and that's associated with positive to me, which that shouldn't be the only positive thing in my life, but that's neither here nor there. That's my other issues with my insecurities and all of that. But like I said, to be perfectly transparent, that's why I'm telling you guys all of these things about my own personal situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I wish I had caught it earlier, then they could have taken care of it. You know, this tooth that I lost in the front, it may not have been able to take care of it, or they may have if I had gone right when it happened. You know, and I've told the story before and I'll tell it again, but I got hit in the mouth with something years ago. I didn't go to the dentist or the doctor to get it checked out. I probably could have gone to get stitches or something, but I didn't. So that was another thing. I didn't take care of it. So I didn't. So whatever. So years later, as my bone structure started to deteriorate, the tooth fell out. You know, it died and fell out. I hate it. I can't stand it. It's something, I mean, it's changed my whole smile to an extent. Sometimes I look at it, and whereas I used to smile with damn near my big ass Kool-Aid smile with damn near my whole mouth open, now I kind of try to smile to one side or keep, Yeah, I mean, I'm just being transparent. That's all I'm saying. But at the same time, I'm serious about this because just to let you guys know that as you get older, a lot of stuff start happening. But a lot of stuff that happens, you can prevent it. It can be prevented. Some of it may not be able to, but some things can be prevented. So go to the dentist, get your mouth checked regularly, and do your part. You know, floss, um, brush 2 times a day, floss, rinse after every meal if you can. And the reason for all of that, people say, "What I need to floss for? I ain't got nothing in between my teeth," but you really don't know. Some things you have between there after you eat that's so big, they nag at you and they're aggravating, so you want to get a toothpick to get them out. But flossing is for the stuff that you can't see or can't feel, and they'll sit there in between your teeth, and they'll start rotting your teeth from the inside, not even knowing. You know, I mean, not the inside, but from between the 2 teeth that the whatever is stuck in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason for flossing and rinsing, mouthwash, mouth rinsing, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? For stuff that you can't get that's in between those teeth when you brush. You know what I'm saying? And then getting regular dental cleaning is when they go under the gum and clean all of the plaque. That stuff, it turns hard. They go in between the teeth and under the gums, I mean around the gums and all of that. They just keep all of that cleaned out and healthy. And so then you don't have anything, and it sounds nasty, but you don't have anything rotting away. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what happens. You know, all of the sugar and candy and stuff that gets caught up in your teeth is what decays your teeth from in between your teeth, and then cavities and all of that kind of stuff. That's where all of that. And it's not just sugar and candy and drinks, sweet drinks and all of that, but it's food. And even if you eat healthy, I mean, lettuce decays too. You know, healthy food turns into decay too. You know, so it's always food and sugar or whatever you eat. Really, it's just stuck in between there, and you don't really know. You can't really tell where that stuff come from. But anyway, I'm not a dentist. I don't know all of this stuff, but I know a lot of stuff personally, and stuff that I've been told at the dentist, and different stuff like that. So that's my point. So one more time, go to the dentist regular, man. Get your mouth checked. Make sure you're healthy. Make sure your mouth is healthy, because there are people walking around here with beautiful smiles, but they really don't know that they're not as beautiful as they think they are. I mean, from the outside, yeah, they are, but they may have teeth that's decaying on the inside or decaying in between teeth. You know, everything that glitter ain't gold. You heard me? It might look pretty on the outside, might look nice on the outside, but that don't always mean it's the same on the inside. So that's my point. Just stay up on that. I know it's expensive, but check into some programs. There's all kind of programs, low income programs. There's places where even if you have to pay cash, you can pay the minimum amount. You can make payments, and you know, people will say, well, I ain't really got it to make no payments, but when you realize how important it is, you can make that payment. You might spend more money on cold drinks or lunch every day when you can bring your lunch or whatever, or buy a 6-pack or a 12-pack instead of, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I'm just saying how important it is. If you can spend $1 a day on gauze, that's $30 a month right there, you heard? And $31 in some months, and $30 in some months. But you don't hear me though. And I ain't telling you don't buy your gauze. I'm just making a point. You know what I'm saying? Do the suit yourself. You know? I ain't got no problem with it, I'm just saying. And we waste more money, because I've been there and I know that we waste more money on just everyday little stuff than we do on taking care of ourselves. And we always say, well, I ain't got no money to get no insurance for no dentist. I ain't got no money to pay no payments for no dentist. But if it's gonna save your life in the long run, or if it's gonna save your health in the long run, it's worth that few dollars a month that you can do. You know what I'm saying? And some programs, if you're not working or you don't have it, you can get programs where they'll help you. You know, I don't know how Medicare or Medicare, Medicaid, all of that works, but there's all kind of programs out there. I don't know if they still have it because I know they're supposed to be cutting a lot of stuff. But just find a way to get your mouth taken care of and get it done. One love.